Sonia making the calls behind home plate. Then it is at first base, Manny Gonzalez. Sam Holbrook's the crew chief at second, and Jim Wolf is your third base umpire. The Indians and Tigers are going to play at least this game under beautiful blue skies. There's really not a cloud in the sky for the start of tonight's ball game, and hopefully the rain is going to stay away this weekend, but we shall see on that front. The Indians are going to get a look at a guy by the name of Ryan Carpenter. He's one of their youngsters whom the Indians saw a year ago and roughed him up. The Indians beat him last summer, scoring 5 earned runs off of him in 5 innings. A left-hander, not an extremely hard thrower. Ryan Carpenter features a fastball, a sinker, curve, slider, and changeup. He is now 28 years of age. Big guy at 6'5", 240. And the Tigers are the only team he has pitched for in the big league level. He's been in the minor leagues with Tampa Bay and with Colorado, in addition to Detroit. So Ryan Carpenter to face Frankie Lindor, batting right-handed to start tonight's game. Carpenter is ready. The set, the pitch, and it's in there called strike, and we're underway in downtown Detroit. 71 degrees, light breeze blowing out toward left. The next offering, and Lindor swings and misses. Good changeup. And the count goes to 0-2. Frankie Lindor's been red hot over the last 9 games, hitting .375 and has 3 home runs in those 9 games. Now the pitch to him, and it just missed low. Boy, it was close. 1-2 the count. Carpenter having a tough time keeping the opposition from doing big-time damage. The set and the pitch. Lindor hits a bouncing ball foul third base side. That was a curveball. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carpenter, since coming up, has made 6 previous starts. A win, 3 losses, a .789 earned run average. He goes 5 innings to start. Now the set and the pitch. Lindor takes off speed away. And Frankie Lindor has gotten the count back to even at 2-2. Carpenter is having a tough time getting the opposition out. He doesn't walk people, but he gives up a ton of hits. The next pitch swung on, fly ball, pretty well hit to right. Castellanos back, makes the catch on the warning track. Boy, that ball had a lot of carry to it. Looked like Lindor hit an off-speed pitch that he was actually off balance on and hit it to the track and right, almost like he was hitting off his front foot. So that is out number 1. That'll bring up Oscar Mercado, the Indians' right-handed hitting left fielder. Tonight, the Indians have 6 right-handed bats in the lineup. Now the set and the pitch to Mercado, and it's off speed and it's outside, ball 1. The left-hander does not use the windup, works out of the stretch. Here it comes, and it's swung on and missed. Went away with it, and the count 1-1. The next offering, swung on, fouled it upstairs, and the count 1-2. Ryan Carpenter averages 6 strikeouts and 2 walks per 9 innings. His problem is the opposition is hitting .312 against him. Now the set and pitch, and it's swung on, fouled first base side into the lower deck and out of play. And the count stays 1-2 strikes.
We talked so much about the Indians' issues injury-wise in their rotation. Detroit, same thing. 4 pitchers that in the wintertime would have been in their starting rotation injured right now. So this guy gets a shot.
Carpenter's ready. And the 1-2 is down and in, missed with a breaking ball, 2-2. Carpenter has spent the year between AAA Toledo, just down the road, and Detroit, and really wasn't pitching all that well in the International League. He delivers, and it's a little bit low, full count. With the Mud Hens, he had a record of 1-4 and an ERA of 4.18. So on the year, you're talking about a guy now that has 2 wins, 7 losses. Here's the payoff to Mercado, and he sends a drive to deep right field. Castellanos is looking up. It'll hit near the base of the wall, and strolling into second with a stand-up double is Mercado. Well, he drove that ball over the head of the right fielder, right near the base of the wall, and Oscar Mercado, good piece of opposite field hitting, has now collected 5 doubles, and the Indians have a runner at second base, 1 out, no score in the first inning. And coming to the plate, Carlos Santana. Christian Stewart is in left field, Jacoby Jones in center, Nick Castellanos in right. On the infield, it's Brandon Dixon at first, Harold Castro at second, Nico Goodrum at short, Dawel Lugo at third, and the catcher, John Hicks. Turning and faking a throw to second is Carpenter. Mercado dove back, but there wasn't even anybody at the bag to take a throw. No score, but the Indians have a 1-out base runner at second. The high hold and the pitch. And it floats in there, a strike to Santana. Santana has a modest 8-game hitting streak, and he's homered 3 times in those 8 games. Tigers play him as a dead pull hitter to left, both on the infield and in the outfield. Now the 0-1 pitch to Santana, and it's a little wide, and the count 1-1. Wouldn't chase the changeup away. That's what Carpenter tries to do, nibble with his upper 80s to 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He tries to get you to chase pitches out of the zone. Now the set, the pitch, and it's down and in, 2-1. So as a hitter, you better be very, very selective. If you are, then he's going to eventually have to throw you a strike, and that's when you can do damage. You chase, and he has the upper hand. Now the 2-1 pitch, down and in, ball 3, 3-1. Carpenter, in his last start on Sunday against Minnesota, gave up 8 runs, and he didn't get out of the 4th inning. And all 8 runs were earned. No score yet. Indians a runner at second, 1 out. The pitch swung on, tapped foul. Another changeup. And the count is full. And that's what he'll have to do to be successful. Pitch backwards. 3-1 count. He's throwing a changeup. Let's see if he doubles up on the changeup. Santana batting .286, 14 homers, 42 ribbies. The next delivery is swung on, grounded to short. Up with it is Goodrum. Going to third is Mercado, and Goodrum will throw out Santana. That's a little risky. That ball was hit in front of Mercado, and normally that means you're going to get thrown out at third. No reason to take that chance, but he got away with it. So Santana is out number 2. Mercado is at third. No score, and here is Jordan Luplow as the Indians, right-handed hitting right fielder, steps in. And again, he really kills southpaws, batting .300, 7 homers against lefties. Shift to the left, big overhand curve hangs high, ball 1. Luplow bats .300 against lefties, .176 against right-handers. 7 of his 8 home runs against lefties. No score, runner at third, 2 down. And that pitch is a little bit outside, 2-0. Ryan Carpenter and Tyler Olson, former Gonzaga teammates. Now the pitch, down and away, 3-0. Jose Ramirez on deck, and it almost looks like Carpenter's pitching around Luplow. That tells you how bad Ramirez has been going. Well, Luplow has the green light. 3-0 the count. The set, the pitch, and it's a borderline strike at the letters. 3 balls and a strike. Ryan Carpenter came to Detroit as a minor league free agent after the 2017 season. The pitch swung on and missed. He kept that fastball up around the letters, 89 miles an hour. Full count now on Jordan Luplow, who's batting .243 overall, 8 homers, 17 RBIs. Mercado doubled. He's at third, 2 down in the scoreless first. The payoff, ball 4, down and in. He walked him. So that means Jose Ramirez can try to come out of, it's no longer a season-long slump. It's a 5-month slump if you go back to last August. And Jose Ramirez does not have an extra base hit in the month of June. He has not homered in exactly 1 month. May 14th, his last home run. No extra base hits this month. Batting .111 in the month of June. The pitch to him, and it's down and in, ball 1. So the Indians have Mercado at third, Luplow at first. 2 down, first inning, no score. Ramirez has been much better right-handed, which is the way he's batting now. The 1-0. Down and in, ball 2. Right-handed, he seems to be much more patient and selective. Left-handed, it just seems like he's trying to hit every ball 5 miles. Now the 2-0 pitch. And it caught the outside corner, a fastball, 2-1. On the year, Jose Ramirez batting .198. 4 homers, 21 RBIs. Indians at the corners, 2 down, no score, first inning. The pitch, swung on a bouncing ball towards short. Goodrum to his left, gloves, flips to first, and it's an inning-ending force. So Adam Plutko, who was so good against the New York Yankees this last weekend, has been given the lead. Is coming out here in a scoreless game. He fell behind against the Yankees in the first inning when he gave up a 2-run homer on Saturday, but once he got the lead, he was lights out and pitched the Indians to the win. Jacoby Jones leads it off, righty-righty matchup, and it's a first pitch strike. Plutko, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. 27 years old, 6'3", 215 pounds. And the curveball is swung on and missed, and the count 0-2. Plutko, in 3 starts with the Indians, is 2-1 with a 5.19 ERA, going 6 innings a start. Now the 0-2. Jones swings and misses, chased the curveball in the dirt, tagged out by Perez. Boy, Jacoby Jones came in here batting .410 over the last 18 games. So that's a big out. Plutko is averaging 6 innings per start, and he averages 6 strikeouts, 1 walk per 9 innings. Now the left-handed hitting youngster, Kristen Stewart, will step to the plate. He's got some pop. Tigers like his future. Left-handed hitter in left field. Plutko into the wind and the pitch. And it's swung on, a little bloop job. Shallow left. Ramirez going down the line. Foul ground. The Indians' third baseman retires Stewart for out number 2. The Indians have Oscar Mercado in left, Leonis Martin in center, and Jordan Luplow in right. Carlos Santana at first, Jason Kipnis at second, Francisco Lindor at short, Jose Ramirez at third, and Roberto Perez behind the plate. Here's Nick Castellanos. He wants to be traded in the worst way. The Tigers want to trade him in the worst way. The problem? Nobody really seems to want him. Or if they do, they don't want to give you anything for him. 2 down, no score. Pletko's pitch is in there. Castellanos will be a free agent at the end of this season. Not doing much. Hitting .260, 7 homers, 24 RBIs. Former first-round pick by Detroit. The 0-1. It's swung on and missed 0-2. Doesn't sound like Castellanos or the Tigers are going to miss each other.
It sure doesn't. And he held court at his locker today for quite some time with the assembled media masses here in Detroit and covered a variety of subjects, and you definitely got that impression.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Well, he was a third baseman. I don't know if anybody really feels like he's got a defensive position. He might be in for a rude awakening this offseason, Rosie.
Yeah, you might say, well, he's versatile. He's played third. He's played the outfield. But if you don't play them well, that's a problem.
The 0-2. A swing and a foul upstairs. Still 0-2. Being able to play them and playing them are two different things. And he's a liability wherever you put him defensively. So he better hit a lot better than .260 with 7 home runs. No score, first inning, 2 outs, base is empty. Pletko, the wind and the pitch. And it's swung on, fouled back, another good curveball. Adam Pletko out of UCLA. Boy, they were the number 1 ranked college team in baseball most of this year. They were the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament, and they did not get to Omaha. The pitch, swing and a foul tip hung on to by catcher Roberto Perez. How about Ian's hip is doing much better. No score, second inning, left on left. Tigers still put 3 on the right side of the infield. And the left-hander gets it in there, a strike from Ryan Carpenter, who had to make 29 pitches in the first inning, and it was almost a 50-50 split, strikes and balls. So he's not going to be around long. Not if he continues that. Kipnis batting .218, couple of homers, 15 RBIs. The set and delivery, and it's a little bit high, 1-1. Looks like we're down to a 3-man umpiring crew as Jim Wolf has left the game, so Dan Iasonia stays behind the plate. Now the set, now the 1-1. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. Manny Gonzalez stays at first, and now the second base ump, the crew chief Sam Holbrook, is over at third. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Kipnis. Outside, 3-1. Hey, visit your Northern Ohio Buick and GMC dealers and get exceptional offers on 2019 models. No score, second inning. Beautiful night in Motown. The 3-1. Down low, he walked him. And so for Carpenter, he just continues to live up to the nickname Mr. Nibbles. He just seems to be deathly afraid of challenging hitters. Here's catcher Roberto Perez, batting .225, 11 homers, 25 RBIs. Now with a runner at first, the third base ump, Sam Holbrook, has to go behind the mound on the grass area to make the call at second. Third base line now is the responsibility of the home plate ump. No big deal. Here's the toss over to first, and Kipnis is back. Power Home Solar is the official solar provider of the Indians, building a movement. Visit powerhome.com or text solar 411-411. Power Home Solar, own your power. Now the set and pitch, and showing bunt, taking outside is Perez, ball 1. Boy, this guy would be hard to watch, Ryan Carpenter, if this is the way it goes every game. He is behind every hitter. He's trying to make every pitch a perfect pitch. Now the pitch. and it's in there a strike. Boy, if the Indians don't light this guy up, then they do have some offensive concerns.
Well, obviously, his stuff not elite, but you still have to somehow pound the strike zone, or at least try to. We saw that for years with Josh Tomlin. Radar gun readings certainly wouldn't light it up, but he pounded the strike zone and he was able to have success. But Carpenter doesn't seem to have that ability early on here.
The next delivery is outside, ball 2-1. Well, the only way he will succeed is an umpire who believes home plate is 20 inches wide, not 17. 2-1 the count. The pitch, swing and a foul back, 2-2. You're going to put too many hitters in too many hitters' counts, and eventually you're going to get tattooed, which is why teams are batting .312 and why his earned run average is almost 8. It's not an accident. Now the pitch swung on a looping liner to right, base hit. Good piece of hitting the other way by Roberto Perez. The other thing that Carpenter seems to be doing here, as Kipnis stops at second, he's just working everybody away, away, away. He very seldom comes in, and if he does come inside, he only does it one time. He does not double up, triple up, so that the hitter is going, hey, he's coming in here and going to keep coming in here to try to keep me honest. Now you can almost give away the inside part of the plate, look away. Well, let's see if Jake Bauers makes an adjustment. Left on left, Indians first and second, nobody out, no score in the second. The pitch to him, breaking ball, and he fouled it straight back. Boy, did he have a pitch to crush. Strike one. Bauers is batting .155 over the last 28 games. That's a month of struggles for Jake Bauers. Hitting eighth, 3 infielders between first and second. The next pitch, and he fouls it over the screen into the seats behind the plate, and the count 0-2. Big fireworks show after the game, but they're not going to have a whole lot of people here for it, unless they're all coming late. No score, Tribe threatening. The next offering. Breaking ball just missed outside. And the count on Jake Bauers, 1-2. And Bauers might be the only hitter, so far anyway, that Carpenter has gotten ahead of in the count. His next delivery, breaking ball, swung on, yanked to right, down the line. Fair ball, base hit. That is going to score Kipnis. On his way to second is Bauers. Into third is Perez. So he threw him another curveball and hung it. And this time Jake Bauers stayed on it and gets an RBI double down the right field line. And the Indians have the early 1-0 lead. And now they have a chance to have a huge inning with runners at second and third and nobody out. And the former Tiger Leonis Martin to the plate. Martin, another struggling Indian who has 2 hits in his last 23 at-bats. Left on left, Tigers play the infield back, 1-0 Tribe, and the pitch swung on and popped up. Shallow right, Castro, the second baseman, will retire Martin and keeps runners at second and third. And now there is 1 out. Boy, is that a big out for Carpenter. Top of the order now, Frankie Lindor. He'll swing it right-handed. He flied out to the warning track in right, back in the first. And the Tigers are moving Castellanos back. He moved a couple of steps, and it's almost like he's saying, yeah, I don't think you know what you're talking about in there. Lindor batting make that 302, 11 homers, 24 RBIs. The pitch, curved down and in. Middle infielders play back. The corner infielders either even with the bag or a step or so behind the bag. Perez does not run well. He's at third. Bauers at second. 1 out, 1-0 Tribe. The set in the pitch. A swing and a foul back, and the count 1-1. Now, this is where the Indians and the Tigers have both struggled enormously. They're the two worst hitting teams with men in scoring position in the American League. The Indians hit .230 with men in scoring position. The Tigers hit .221. Now the 1-1. Curveball swung on a weak bouncer to short. On the run is Goodrum. Charges, gloves, throws to third. He gets Bauers, who runs into an out. Scoring from third is Perez. Lindor is safe at first. No idea what Jake Bauers was doing as he runs into an out on a ball hit right in front of him. So give Lindor an RBI, is 25th on the slow chopper to short. And the shortstop, Goodrum, had an easy play at third to get Bauers. So 2 down, 2-0 Indians. Lindor and the fielder's choice RBI is at first, but now you take a runner out of scoring position. Well, Mercado got away with that same mistake in the first inning when Goodrum didn't throw to third. Bauers did not get away with it. Here is Oscar Mercado. He doubled to right. His first time up, the pitch, and he fouls it off to the right, strike one. Indians with a 2-0 lead. Runner at first, and 2 down here in the second inning. Well, the Indians are going to see a lot of Kansas City, Minnesota, and Detroit the rest of the way. Here's the set. The 0-1, a swing and a foul back, 0-2. Tigers and Indians have only played each other 3 times. That was way back at the start of the year. The Indians have only played Kansas City 3 times. They've only played Minnesota 6 times. A lot of games between that trio of teams. This is game 68, so numerically, we're closing in on that halfway point. 13 games from it. Now the set. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swung on, socked high in the air to right, not deep. Castellanos is going to retire Mercado. My goodness.
Flint's News, Talk, and Sports on WTAM 1100 can now be heard on 106.9 FM.
2-0 Tribe. Miguel Cabrera, the DH, leads off and takes a first pitch strike. Cabrera can hit in the clutch and can put up decent batting average numbers, but no power. The wind and the pitch, and he checked his swing. Did he go? Appeal at first. He went 0-2. He has his back knee, the right knee, has a deteriorating condition. In other words, someday he'll have to have knee replacement. Because of that, he has no ability to hit for power with his legs anymore. The pitch, and it's high, 1-2. So, yeah, he's hitting .286, but he only has 3 home runs, 28 RBIs, and, 4 more years left on his contract at $29 million a year. The pitch outside, 2-2. He's done playing first base for the rest of this year, maybe ever. Surgery will not repair his knee. It's just simply deteriorating. Now the 2-2 pitch, and it's over but low, full count. So he basically now is swinging with his upper body. He's so talented, he can still get base hits, but he's got no ability to drive the ball. But he's had a Hall of Fame type career. The pitch, a swing and a drive, hit pretty well. deep right center, and it's gone. Okay, I take back everything I said. It's a 2-1 ball game as Cabrera hits his 4th home run, and he took that ball the other way. Now, it's only 365 to right center, so you're not going to get that home run anywhere else but here. But he showed some swing there.
That was vintage Cabrera right there. How many times have we seen that to right center, a home run here at Comerica Park against the Tribe? Every once in a while he can run into one, and we saw it right there.
But the Tigers have accepted the fact that this is what they're left with. Brandon Dixon takes a strike. His contract's untradeable. And it's good for him, I guess. Got his 4th home run, but he's just not that guy anymore. And boy, when he was good, there was no one better. The next pitch swung on, whacked to deep left field. This ball gone into the bullpen. A laser by Brandon Dixon to left. Back-to-back Tiger homers, and we're back to even at 2. The right-handed hitting Brandon Dixon has just hit his 7th homer. He barely got it over the wall. It was hit so hard on a line. And it's 2-2 just like that. So a Tiger team that's hit the fewest home runs in the American League. Have hit back-to-back here in the 2nd inning. Here's Nico Goodrum batting left-handed, taking outside a ball. 3 times this year, the Tigers have gone back-to-back. And yet they're dead last in the league in homers. Now the 0-1, and it's a strike 0-2. The Indians are by no means a good home run hitting team, but the Indians currently have 21 more home runs than the Tigers. The next pitch swung on, foul back 1-2. Now, how about that? So Adam Pletko, that's been the one area that can get him the long ball. He's given up 8 already. The pitch, it's high. This is only his 4th start, and 8 home runs in 3 starts and 2 innings is a lot. Goodrum, switch hitter batting left-handed. The pitch to the shortstop, and he fouls it back. And the count 2-2. Need a full-size truck? Stop by your local Toyota dealer for the Go Anywhere, Do Anything Toyota Tundra. One of 12 different Toyotas built in the U.S. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. The pitch, down and in, and a full count on Goodrum. Hitting .230 with those 6 homers, 18 RBIs, all 6 home runs. Left-handed for Nico Goodrum. Now the wind, now the payoff pitch. Swung on, fisted back foul. We'll do it again at 3-2. Shane Bieber goes tomorrow night at 6:10. Sunday, a 1:10 start. Trevor Bauer. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul back. We'll do it again. Tigers look to probably go with a bullpen group tomorrow. Maybe Buck Farmer getting the start. They haven't announced it officially. Their fine young rookie, Spencer Turnbull, will start Sunday. Now the payoff. Swung on, fouled again. Down the left field line, out of play. And the count stays full. Game tied at 2, 2nd inning on a beautiful Detroit summer night. Tigers are the worst offensive club in the American League this year. They average 3.5 runs a game. The payoff, swing and another pop foul out of play to the left. Good battle. The Indians, by no means an offensive juggernaut. The Indians still average a half a run more per game than the Tigers. Tigers last in runs, 3.5 a game. Last in homers. Second worst on base percentage. They very seldom walk. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball and finally won the battle. Adam Pletko strikes out Nico Goodrum for the first out in the second inning. It's Pletko's third strikeout. That one, though, took him 11 pitches. Now Harold Castro. He is a left-handed batter that we did not see earlier. He was in Toledo. Got called up June 4th, batting .268. Castro swings and fouls one upstairs for strike one. 2-2 tie here in the second. Castro was batting .325 at AAA Toledo. Well, these two clubs that pitch swung on, foul back 0-2. Fortunate when they get their AAA ball clubs as close as Toledo is to Detroit and Columbus is to Cleveland. Harold Castro. That pitch to him, up and in. 1-2 the count. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. So Pletko has struck out 2 in a row after the back-to-back homers, tied this game. Now catcher John Hicks, .221 average, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Boy, for a good decade here, this ballpark, this city was rocking with Tiger fever. That pitch swung on, cued foul off to the right, strike one. They were able to avoid a rebuild because the late Mr. Ilitch didn't care how much money he spent or how much money he lost. He just tried to win a World Series before he would pass away. So they would have year in and year out one of the top payrolls in baseball. Now the 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul in back of the plate, 0-2, but those days are gone. No more Verlander, no more Scherzer. Those guys are still going strong in Houston and Washington, respectively. And a lot of the other guys just got old. That pitch, check swing, did he go? Pitch was up, 1-2 the count. And their farm system was awful, so they're rebuilding all of that, but boy, that takes a lot of time.
And they'll have to hit on their draft picks.
Oh, boy.
They can't afford to make too many mistakes.
Now the 1-2. High, 2-2. The top pick in the draft last year was Casey Mize, outstanding right-handed pitcher from Auburn. He left the game last night with some kind of a shoulder injury. He was going to be moved up to AAA. The 2-2, swing and a foul upstairs. We haven't gotten any kind of a report yet, have we, on Casey Mize?
Not yet. And Tom, that seemed like bigger news here than the results of last night's game for the Tigers against the Royals.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, what happened with Casey Mize? He walked off the mound at AA.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Down low, full count. They're hoping Casey Mize can be Justin Verlander. They got Verlander out of Old Dominion, and Mize was the number 1 pick in the draft last year. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. So after back-to-back home runs, Adam Pletko strikes out the side. Bizarre inning. Game tied 2-2, Tribe and Tigers. Game tied at 2 as we go to the top of the third in the Liberty Ford Grand Slam giveaway inning. It'll be Carlos Santana, the Indians' 3-hole hitter, batting right-handed. Grounded out his first time up. The left-hander Ryan Carpenter laboring through the first 2. And he delivers, and it's a rare first pitch strike. Tonight's contestant is Rose Fenstermaker of Akron. The pitch. Outside, it's a ball. Boy, I hope Rose does not have a personalized license plate with her last name. It won't fit on her brand new Ford Mustang convertible. Here's the 1-1. Outside a changeup, 2-1. But if the Indians hit a grand slam, Liberty Ford's giving away a brand new Ford Mustang convertible to Rose Fenstermaker of Akron. Go to libertyford.com to enter. The set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good Pitch up, and the count 2-2. Still a little bit of sunshine in center field. Otherwise, the rest of the playing field in the shadows. Santana got the catcher Hicks on the left arm with a follow-through of his swing, and Hicks says, I'm good to go. Well, you're lucky you don't break your arm. The pitch, swung on, grounded foul outside of third. For as much extension as guys trying to get on their swings, that follow-through, I don't know how that didn't break the left arm of John Hicks, who's got that arm extended.
Yeah, that was a power swing by Santana, so he wasn't leaving anything in the bag.
The pitch. Big curve swung on, bounced foul, third base side, and the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 tie, third inning. Tigers' attendance, as you might imagine, has dropped off significantly from their heyday. They're averaging 17,000 per home date. The pitch. Big curveball swung on and missed. He got Santana. First strikeout. That was the case there where Carpenter got Santana to chase the off-speed breaking ball high and outside, but just too tempting. That'll bring to the plate Jordan Luplow. He walked his first time up. The Indians got their 2 runs last inning. Kipnis walked, Perez singled, Bowers doubled in a run. Bowers scored on a fielder's choice. Should say Perez scored on a fielder's choice. Luplow fouling it off to the right. Then back-to-back jacks in the bottom of the second tied it from Miguel Cabrera and Brandon Dixon. Boy, the Indians used to come into this ballpark and just get their brains beat in. The pitch. And it's up high, a ball. That's when Ian Kinsler was in his heyday, and Miguel Cabrera was Miguel Cabrera, and J.D. Martinez, and Victor Martinez, and you can go on and on. Those days now seem like a long memory. The pitch, outside, maybe a little bit low, pretty close. 2-1 to count on Jordan Luplow. Now the set, now the 2-1 pitch. Down and away, 3-1. Our good buddy Al, engineering the game here, does the engineering for ESPN during the NBA playoffs. It's been going cross country from Toronto to the Bay Area for the last 2 weeks. Now the 3-1 pitch, swung on, rocketed foul down the left field line, full count. He had Game 6 last night in Oakland. Al, what time did your flight land today? You took a red eye? He got home at 9:10 this morning. Al's looking at his watch now, and he's ready for breakfast. And it's 8 o'clock at night.
If Al stays awake, can that be our key to the game?
You got it. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a breaking ball down and in, and Carpenter has struck out 2 Indians in the third on pitches out of the zone. Here's Jose Ramirez 0 for 1. He'll bat right-handed. Can you imagine that? I mean, it's not once or twice that NBA went to that 2-2-1-1-1 setup. That's great if it's Toronto playing the Cavaliers for the NBA title. Here's the pitch, down and in, a ball. But that's never going to be a case with the East and the West. So we appreciate Al's great work and dedication. Made a lot of money subletting his house out the last month. Here is the 1-0. Change-up strike, 1-1. Shame the way injuries took away Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson. And you wonder, here's the set by Carpenter. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Did going to the finals 5 years in a row, basically playing over 100 games every year, catch up to Golden State health-wise like it does to Major League teams' pitching staffs?
Has to.
Now the 2-1. Breaking ball, strike called, 2-2.
I mean, that's an extra 2.5 months to your season. I know they string it out a little bit in the postseason, but there's practice and high-intensity games.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now the 2-2 pitch. Curveball fouled down the right side by Ramirez, still 2-2. They're not getting games off like they do in the regular season when some poor fan is seeing Golden State play for the only time and, oh, yeah, we're going to give Curry and Thompson the night off, or Durant. The NBA playoffs, different story, and that's the thing about sports. You wish these great athletes could stay healthy. Now the 2-2. Swung on, ripped foul, third base side. Ramirez stays alive at 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on, in a 2-2 game in the third.
It is amazing to watch a regular season game in the first 3 quarters. They're kind of just getting their work in, getting their points, but from the get-go last night, the intensity was tremendous.
Now the 2-2 to Ramirez. Outside, off-speed pitch, missed again, full count. Carpenter's ready, and the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled into the first base seats. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Beautiful look at the downtown skyline beyond the ballpark in right field and center. We're on the northern edges of downtown Detroit. Now the payoff. Down and in, he walked him, and Ramirez almost swung at a pitch that almost hit him in the back foot. So Carpenter has walked 3. The Indians have had a base runner in all 3 innings. Game tied at 2, and here's Jason Kipnis, walked and scored last inning. Downtown Detroit's got a few cranes, which is always a good thing to see. Some, I don't know if they be called apartments or condos, are going up behind us, even a little further north of the ballpark, in really a blighted area. That pitch outside a ball, but that is good to see. Get some of that area that is really rough looking, clean it out, and put in downtown housing, be it apartments, condos, townhomes. It's always an encouraging sign for a downtown, much like we are seeing in Cleveland. Now the 1-0 to Kipnis, and he bangs one on the ground to second baseman Castro, and he'll flip to Dixon. And that
News feeds at the top of the hour and 30 minutes past on News Radio WTAM 1100.
This ball game is tied up at 2. Bottom of the third, it'll be the number 9 hitter, Dalwell Lugo, who fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Dalwell Lugo has had a great year in AAA, batting .341, with the Tigers hitting .231. Right-handed hitter. The pitch to him, and he sends one in the air down the right side, drifting foul out of play, and the count 0-2. Lugo was part of the package the Tigers got from Arizona for J.D. Martinez. Right now, we're not seeing a lot of dividends for some of the big names the Tigers traded. That pitch swung on a soft liner to left field, a base hit. You trade away Justin Verlander and J.D. Martinez, you would think you'd get some big-time prospects, but they really didn't. So the Tigers really have to do it through the draft, and obviously they are going to draft in the top 5, certainly the top 10 for the next few years. Here's Jacoby Jones, struck out his first time up, the leadoff hitter and right-handed batting center fielder. They really simplified him at the plate. The pitch, and it's swung on a weak bouncer to the second baseman. Kipnis backhanded flip to second one. Lindor's throwing the dirt. Got away from Santana. Rolls down the right field line. Jacoby Jones can fly. He'll motor all the way to third. Luplow came in, threw to third, but no chance. Wow. So Lindor's throw, trying to hurry it up and get a double play. Short hop Santana at first, but not quite certain why the ball kicked all the way down the right field foul line. It'll be a fielder's choice. Lindor gets charged with a throwing error. The ball actually got by Santana and hit the foot of the base runner, that being Jones, and that's why it took the ricochet down the right field line. So Lugo is forced out. Jones on a fielder's choice ends up at third on the throwing error. And with one down, Indians up at the corners, 2-2 game. And Stewart sends a fly ball to medium deep right. Tigers will take the lead. Jones, the way he runs, can crawl home. He can really motor. Throw came to the plate, but you're not getting Jacoby Jones. And so sac fly by Kristen Stewart. And the Tigers take the lead. Right now, that's an unearned run. Tigers lead 3-2 here in inning number 3. Luplow has a good arm, got a good throw off, but you're not getting Jacoby Jones. It's just not happening. So give Stewart his 23rd RBI on the sac fly to right. Here's Nick Castellanos with 2 down. Tigers up 3-2. Castellanos leads the league in doubles with 21. Struck out his first time up. Righty-righty matchup. Into the windup is Plutko. And the pitch. It's swung on and missed. Indians baseball brought to you by Everstream, Cleveland's business fiber network, Ethernet, high speed, dark fiber data storage. Go to everstream.net. 3-2 Tigers lead, third inning. 2 outs, bases empty, and the pitch waved at again. Good fastball away, and the count 0-2. Plutko trying to dispose of the Tigers' 3-hole hitter. Here it comes. Swung on a little blooper to right, base hit. So kept that ball up. He tried to go fastball away, but the ball got up a little, and Castellanos was able to flick it the other way for a 2-out single. That'll bring up Miguel Cabrera. Hit his 4th home run of the year. A solo shot to right center back in the second. The Tigers realize their future Hall of Famer is never going to be anywhere near what he once was because of his lower half breaking down. Here's the set and the pitch to Cabrera. Up high a ball. But you can't take away from the fact this guy now has 2,741 hits. He won't get there this year, but he's closing in on 500 home runs. The 1-0. Swung on, skied to center, medium deep. Martinez under it, and he'll grab it. Tigers take the lead with an unearned run. 3-2, Detroit leads Cleveland. 4th.
AM 1100.
Results may vary.
Indians trailing by a score of 3-2 as Roberto Perez will lead things off in the 4th inning here in Detroit. Ryan Carpenter, the lefty, back to work. His pitch is a breaking ball that drops in there for a strike. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton on this Friday night. Great to have you with us. Al Rosenberg, our engineer in the booth. Brian Matze back at Command Center. Here's the 0-1 to Perez. Outside, 1-1 the count. Roberto Perez singled and later scored back in the 2nd inning, his only trip to the plate so far. Here's Carpenter's 1-1 delivery. Fastball swung on, line to right, base hit again for Perez. Same spot, right field. And that is the sweet spot for Roberto Perez. So much of his good success this season has come to the opposite field, and he does it again right there. And he's 2 for 2 tonight. Leadoff base runner for the Tribe, and here comes Jake Bauers. Whether you're shipping from Cleveland or shipping through Cleveland, choose Global Transport. It's Northeast Ohio's preferred provider for transportation and logistics management. The pitch to Bauers. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Bowers drove in a run with a double his first time up. Left-handed hitter. The pitch from Carpenter. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike, and quickly it's 0-2. Bowers as a left-handed batter, a rarity in tonight's lineup. Just Bowers and Jason Kipnis swinging it from the left side to start the game tonight. Here's the 0-2. A check swing roller, third base side. This could be trouble. Carpenter grabs it, throws wild high to first. Safe at first base is Bowers. Dixon with a nice play, the first baseman, to prevent that ball from going down the right field line. He made a leaping grab. So that keeps Perez at second, and Bowers has an infield single. A lot of room over there on that third base side with the shift on for Bowers. Now, that didn't quite come into play as Carpenter was able to pick up the ball, but boy, he had a long throw to make. Didn't get to that ball until it was nearing the third baseline. So 2 on, nobody out for the Indians, who trail by a run, and here comes Leonis Martin. Martin popped to second his first time up. And I believe I said Kipnis and Bowers. Martin also batting from the left side tonight against the lefty Carpenter. He takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Tribe. Carpenter delivers. Martin shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and the pitch is outside for ball 2. Martin trying to get it going. Last 3 weeks, 18 games. Hitting just 137 coming in. But a chance to do damage here. Here's Carpenter's 2-0. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball. Deep right field. Home run, Leonis Martin. A long way into the stands in right. It's a 3-run bomb for Martin, and the Indians grab the lead. 5-3 Tribe. Number 9 for the former Tiger, Leonis Martin. Yeah, he has shown power this season to go along with some long stretches where he struggles at the plate, but every once in a while he'll put a charge into one, and he did right there. And the Indians are in front by that 5-3 score. 10th home run allowed on the season by Carpenter. And we'll flesh that stat out a little bit further as Lindor steps in. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. 10th home run allowed. And this is inning number 34 for Carpenter. There's a swing and a line drive off the bat of Lindor into right, a base hit. So now 3 singles and a home run for the Tribe this inning. Still nobody out. And Oscar Mercado will be the batter. And as Mercado digs in, we see some activity in that Tiger bullpen beyond the wall in left. Indians have scored 3 times here in the 4th inning. And here comes the pitching coach, Rick Anderson, the longtime Minnesota Twins pitching coach for Ron Gardenhire. And now with Gardy here in Detroit. Buck Farmer is the right-hander loosening up in the pen, and we thought he might be a candidate to start tomorrow's game, and that could still happen, depending on how much he throws here tonight. But he's loosening up in the bullpen for Detroit with Carpenter laboring here in the 4th inning. 3 runs in on the 3-run home run off the bat of Martin. A runner aboard, nobody out. And here's Mercado, who has doubled and flied to right in his 2 trips. Boy, this young man continues to impress in his first month in the major leagues. And now starting his 2nd month. Here's the pitch. He bunts. First base side of the mound. Good bunt. No man's land. Base hit. Mercado. Moving up on the play to second is Lindor, as Mercado put it in a great spot. Once it got past the mound on that first base side, no one had a chance to make a play on Mercado, who runs well. So he's now 2 for 3. Still nobody out in the inning. And Carlos Santana will be the batter. And you get the feeling right now the Tigers are rushing Buck Farmer to get loose, as the Indians have had Carpenter on the ropes a couple of times, now looking for the knockout blow here in the 4th inning. The pitch to Santana. Swing and a miss. Big cut at a breaking ball, strike one. Tribe season ticket holders, don't forget you can earn your Tribe Rewards bonus points just for listening tonight. The radio code tonight is LEADOFF. LEADOFF is the radio code. Go to triberewards.com/codes. Now the 0-1. Outside and high. 1-1 the count on Carlos Santana, who has bounced to short, struck out in his 2 trips. Indians now 5 runs on 8 base hits. They lead it 5-3. Here's Carpenter's 1-1. Fastball missed inside, and the count's now 2-1 on Carlos Santana. Coming in last 27 games, hitting at a .309 clip. 3rd in the American League in on-base percentage, coming in up over 400 at .406. The pitch to him. Fastball misses, and it's 3-1 on Santana, with Jordan Luplow waiting on deck. Nobody out. Lindor at second. Mercado at first. And Santana in a hitter's count here at 3-1. Carpenter delivers. Swung on, a chopper foul outside of third. So now it's 3-2 on Carlos Santana. Farmer's ready in the pen if needed here in the 4th. He has made 91 pitches to this point. Here's the payoff to Santana. Way outside and high, ball 4. Santana walks. The bases are loaded. And here comes Ron Gardenhire, the Tigers manager. He'll make the move right here to Farmer. As the night is done for Ryan Carpenter, we'll take a timeout. This call to the bullpen brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic. We'll take a break in the 4th inning with the score, the Tribe 5, Detroit 3.
Do you want another try?
Indians have 3 runs in this inning. They have the bases loaded, and there's nobody out. Tribe leading it by a score of 5-3 as they have chased the starter, Ryan Carpenter. And here comes Farmer, making his 31st appearance of the season. He's 3-4 with an earned run average of 4.97. In 25 1/3 innings, he has struck out 29 while walking just 8. Good fastball, and he'll face Jordan Luplow right on right here as Luplow digs in. Bases loaded for the Indians. Farmer delivers, and it's a swing and a miss, strike one. Started him off with a slider that time. Luplow has walked and struck out in his 2 trips. Up there now with Lindor at third, Mercado at second, Santana at first. Here comes the 0-1 from Farmer, who sets up high and delivers. Down low. Good stop on a pitch in the dirt by Hicks, the catcher. So the count is 1-1 on Jordan Luplow. Luplow came in with 8 home runs on the season. First time that he's had a really good extended stretch in the major leagues. Had a taste of it in each of the past 2 seasons with Pittsburgh. The 1-1 swung on and fouled back. He may have had his pitch right there. A fastball at 94, but he fouled it back. Luplow played in 37 games with the Pirates a year ago, 27 in 2017. So this is that first time where He's had a real solid opportunity in the major leagues. Rocky at the start, but now a key cog against lefties for the Tribe. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Got him to chase a pitch low and in. And there's the first out in the inning. Base is still loaded for Jose Ramirez. Ramirez has bounced into a fielder's choice and walked in 2 trips. For Farmer, last year was his first full season in the major leagues without any stops in the minor leagues. First broke in with the Tigers back in 2014. The pitch, and it's a fastball strike on the outside corner. Buck Farmer, a product of Georgia Tech, stands 6'4", about 230. Here's his 0-1 to Ramirez. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Off the glove of Castro. It trickles into right field. 2 runs will score as Lindor races home, and right behind him is Mercado. And with all hands safe, the Indians now lead it 7-3 on a glaring error by the second baseman, Harold Castro. I don't know if he turns 2, but clearly they at least get the force at second base or an out at second or first. But he played it off to the side. It hit the heel of his glove, bounced into right field, and 2 runs score on the play. Ramirez reaches on an error. He will get credit for 1 run driven in. Now Jason Kipnis with 1 out. The pitch from Farmer, outside, ball 1. Kipnis is the 9th man to bat in the inning. Indians, runners at first and second now, as Santana moved up to second on the play. Ramirez at first. The long set, now the 1-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. 7-3 Indians. They've scored 5 times here in the 4th inning to wipe out a 1-run deficit at the start of the inning. Now Farmer's 1-1. Swung on, line, caught by the second baseman Castro. Throws back to second. Just back in time is Santana to keep the inning alive. And one of the harder hit balls this inning. And it's an out for Jason Kipnis. So 2 down in the inning. The runners remain at first and second. And now the hitter that started it all with a single, Roberto Perez, will step in. Perez is 2 for 2, a pair of singles to right, as he continues to use that good opposite field, up the middle approach. And he's putting together one of his best seasons offensively. It already is power-wise with 11 home runs. Here's Farmer's pitch to him. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count on Perez. Well, the 3-run home run by Martin put the Indians in front earlier in the inning, and now they've chipped away, taken advantage of a key error by the Tigers, and they're still at it here in this 4th inning. Now Farmer's ready. Here's his 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Blew it right by Perez that time. And the count's quickly 0-2 on the Tribe catcher. Indians and Tigers an hour earlier tomorrow night. We'll talk to you at 6:10 with our first pitch here in Detroit. Shane Bieber going for the Indians. 6:10 first pitch tomorrow night. Here's the 0-2. Down low. Good stop by Hicks, the catcher, on a pitch in the dirt. And now it's 1-2. Sunday, day baseball, a 1:10 first pitch. Trevor Bauer on the hill. And then it's on to Texas. This is a 7-game road swing. The Indians will play the Rangers 4 straight days in Texas. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, line to right. That's a base hit, maybe more, and it does. Scoot past Castellanos to the wall. 1 run is in. That's Santana. Right behind him is Ramirez. It's a 2-run double for Roberto Perez. And it's become a huge inning for the Tribe as they now lead it 9-3. Indians have scored 7 times here in the 4th inning. Perez is now 3 for 3. That is his 4th double. And he continues to pile up the runs driven in. He now has 27 on the season. And here's Jake Bauers. The pitch to him. Swung on, line, left center field. That's a gapper. It splits the gap, rolls to the wall. Perez can walk home on his way to second. Heading for third is Bauers. And he's in safely with a triple. And the Indians now lead it 10-3. Jake Bauers with his first triple on the season. Just the 5th for the Tribe. And as much damage as the Indians were doing against Ryan Carpenter, they have unloaded on Buck Farmer here in the 4th inning. And in fairness to him, he should be out of the inning. A brutal error by the second baseman, Castro. Allowed 2 runs to score and has contributed to keeping this inning alive. Now it's Leonis Martin. The pitch to him. Breaking ball down low, ball 1. Martin jump-started this inning with a 3-run home run. His 9th home run on the season. That made it 5-3 at the time, and it seems like a while ago now. Here's Farmer's pitch. Breaking ball down low. And they say he went too far, did not check his swing. So it's 1-1 on Martin. Tigers play the shift on Martin. 3 on the right side. Here's the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Don't forget, next Friday to celebrate Conrad's 50th anniversary, the good folks at Conrad's are giving away a 2019 Honda CR-V after the Indians game against the Tigers and before the fireworks at Progressive Field. Pitch to Martin outside for a ball. For your chance to enter the next Conrad's car giveaway, visit conrads50.com. And remember, you can do so once a week, every week. Tribe up 10-3. All of a sudden, 10 runs on 10 base hits for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Martin, and it's down low, ball 4. And now the Indians have runners on the corners with 2 down. The walk by Farmer is his first since coming on this inning. And up steps Francisco Lindor for a second time this inning. Lindor singled earlier in the inning and later scored. And the Indians with 8 runs on the board this inning. That's the most they've scored in any inning this season. Here's the pitch. And it's on the outside corner for a strike. They had scored 6 runs in the 5th inning against Atlanta back on April the 20th. Well, they've blown that away here tonight with an 8-run 4th. The pitch to Lindor, way outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Yeah, the Tigers came in overall with the 9th highest ERA as a team for their pitching staff. Bullpen-wise, though, 13th in the American League, allowing more than 5 runs a game out of the pen. The 1-1. Breaking ball down low. 2-1. 5.20 the bullpen ERA for the Tigers coming in, which amazingly is not the worst in the American League. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. 2-2 the count. Seattle at 5.48 is behind Detroit. At the bottom of the American League, the Orioles. Their bullpen ERA 5.86. The Tigers right down there with them, not far away. And tonight won't do them any favors. The 2-2 swung on, ground ball right side. Diving stop, Castro throws on to first in time for the out. Boy, nice bottom of the fourth inning underway, and Adam Plett goes back to work. He's facing Brandon Dixon, who hit a home run off him his first time up. Dixon with his 7th home run of the season. That tied the game at the time at 2, and the Tigers actually took a lead with a run in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, popped up foul and out of play. That's into the lower stands over on the first base side. So the Indians were trailing 3-2 heading into the 4th. And they dropped an 8 spot on the Tigers, and the Indians now lead it 10-3. Pletko delivers, and his pitch is inside for a ball. 1-2 the count on Brandon Dixon. Here comes Pletko's 1-2 pitch. Big breaking ball, misses high and in. The count's now 2-2 on Dixon. He started his season with Toledo. Was hitting well there. Got the call up in late April. The 2-2, just a bit outside for ball 3. Got the call in late April, and he was on fire in the month of May. Was the Tigers Player of the Month after hitting .305 with 5 home runs and 13 driven in. The 3-2 pitch swung on, and there's a high fly ball right center. Long run for Martin, and the center fielder makes the catch for the first out here in the 4th inning. Time for the Cleveland Clinic Caregiver Shout-Out, and the good folks at the clinic want to remind you that early registration is now open for Cleveland Clinic's 2019 Celebrate Sisterhood Multicultural Women's Health and Wellness Summit. It's on October 26th, and to learn more, go to clevelandclinic.org/Celebrate Sisterhood 2019. Nico Goodrum, the batter, Goodrum, struck out his first time up. Pletko fires strike 1, and he's right back with the 0-1 pitch. Off speed, swing and a miss. 0-2 the count on Goodrum. Yeah, you love to have Pletko out there with a lead because he's not going to put hitters on base with a walk. Here's the 0-2. Up high, 1-2. His command, wherever he has pitched this season, has been excellent in terms of keeping the walks down. Hasn't walked anyone tonight. The 1-2, up high, 2-2. In his last 2 major league starts this season, he has not walked a batter. Here's his 2-2 pitch. Swung on, foul back into the net. So we'll do it again on 2-2 to Nico Goodrum. Playing shortstop tonight, we've seen him at second base, first base, in the outfield. Very versatile player, and now taking over at short. Here's Pletko's 2-2, down low, 3-2. The reason he's at short, the Tigers, they have had their fair share of injuries, and that's a part of our injury report presented by Elk & Elk. For a team of injury lawyers who protect every client every day, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back, out of play. We'll do it again on 3-2. The starting double play combo at the beginning of the year, they're out. Josh Harrison, a hamstring strain. Jordy Mercer, who had been at short, he has a quad strain. Their third baseman, Jamer Candelario, he's out with shoulder issues. The 3-2 swung on, fouled straight back up over our heads. And we will do it again on 3-2. And they've had some injuries in their rotation. Jordan Zimmerman, Tyson Ross, Matt Moore, Michael Fulmer, just as spring training was starting. All of them out for varying degrees of time. Fulmer for the season. The 3-2. Swung on line, base hit into right. Nico Goodrum with a single with one out. And the Tigers have a base runner here in the fourth. Harold Castro will step in. He struck out his first time up. Tribe leading it 10-3 as we play here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. On the Indian side of things, medical update, Corey Kluber, 6-week follow-up. Included an X-ray and CT imaging, which showed good bone healing, and he's been cleared to do more activities as the pitch is up and in to Castro. Actually a strike on the inside corner. Corey has been cleared to begin a progressive strengthening program, and they'll take a look at it in 2 more weeks to see when he can resume throwing. Here's the 0-1. Up high, 1-1. And hopefully you had a chance to tune in to Indians warm-up tonight. Tom and Tito with their nightly visit, and they talked a lot about Kluber, and he is progressing nicely. Too early to tell any timetables, anything like that, but moving right along. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, line drive to center. Shallow, coming on Martin. Sliding attempt, and he makes the catch. Oh, that's a nice play by Leonis Martin on a ball that was drifting over to left center, sinking, and he made the play. So 2 down, and here comes John Hicks, the catcher, who struck out his first time up. Save 25% off your next Papa John's online order when you use the promo code TRIBEWIN the day after every Indians win. Here's the pitch to Hicks, and he swings and pops it up foul. Right now, the Indians looking good to provide a 25% discount on Papa John's Pizza tomorrow. Long way to go. We're in the fourth, but they lead it 10-3. Here's Pletko's 0-1 pitch to Hicks after the long hold. He delivers, and his pitch is low and outside for a ball. Mike Clevenger, he'll be back on Monday night in an Indians uniform, pitching in Texas. Great news there is everything checking out well after his last rehab start with Columbus. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball down low, 2-1 to Hicks. And strikeout of Hicks in the second, one of 5 strikeouts for Adam Pletko tonight. He's allowed the 3 runs on 5 hits. One of the runs unearned. Here's his pitch. Low and outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count on Hicks. Tribe 10, Tigers 3 here in the fourth. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, looped foul, backing out of play. So the count runs full on Hicks at 3-2. Outfield shading him to the opposite field in his big ballpark. The outfield with a lot of room to cover. Leonis Martin knows that as well as anyone as he played here the first half of last year. The 3-2 swung on and popped up a mile high on the infield near the shortstop. Lindor's under it, and he makes the catch. Side retired, no damage done. We head to the Tribe would like to thank Valley Ford Truck. They supply security vehicles at Progressive Field all season long. Oscar Mercado to lead things off already tonight. 2 for 3. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss. He's facing Buck Farmer, who came on last inning. And Farmer allowed some inherited runners to score, and then 2 runs of his own, albeit an error contributing greatly to that. The 0-1. Breaking ball down low. 1-1 to Mercado. Mercado with a double in the first and then a bunt single last inning. Part of that 8-run inning for the Indians. Here's Farmer's 1-1. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to deep left center. But here, it's just a long out. As making the catch is Jacoby Jones. That ball was crushed by Mercado, but it's 420 to dead center and stays that way even over to left and right center. And Mercado said, well, I hit that pretty good, as he talks to his teammates in the dugout. Whew. Boy, he's getting good swings, though, putting together nice at-bats. Here's Carlos Santana, first time from the left side. Pitch to him. Strike called on the outside corner. Time for your Cleveland Indians memorable moment. It's brought to you by the Nissan team, Bedford Nissan and Mentor Nissan. Here's the 0-1. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. 1979, this date, June the 14th. The Indians were down 1-0 with 2 down in the bottom of the ninth at Old Municipal Stadium. They're playing the Athletics. Here's the 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Jim Norris delivered a walk-off 2-run triple to give the Indians the 2-1 win over Oakland. This date back in 1979. The 1-2 swung on, popped up, third base side, long run for the third baseman, and he can't get there. Lugo tried, but that ball drops in foul territory. If there's no shift, he makes the catch easily. But everybody puts the shifts on now, and as a result, Lugo had no chance to get over there. He tried, but just couldn't get there. So Santana gets another crack at it with a 1-2 count. Both bullpens quiet. Here's Farmer's pitch. Inside for a ball. Fastball at 96 miles an hour. He's got a good arm, but just hasn't had that really big breakthrough season yet at the major league level. Here's his 2-2. Swung on, loop to shallow center. That gets down for a base hit. And the beat goes on for Carlos Santana. A single and a walk in 4 trips tonight, just consistently getting on base. And he's aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Jordan Luplow. A walk and 2 strikeouts for Luplow so far tonight. Indians with a 10-3 lead. They are batting here in the top half of the 5th inning. The pitch to Luplow. Breaking ball missed inside for ball 1. A big difference for Luplow, facing left-handed as opposed to right-handed pitching, and he's trying to turn that around. And if he can, he'll certainly earn himself some more playing time. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Good slider that time from Buck Farmer. Former 5th-round pick of the Tigers back in June of 2013. He had been drafted twice prior to that, electing not to sign each time. Now the 1-1. Check swing looper foul into the Tribe dugout on the first base side. And the count's now 1-2. Indians now at 10 runs on 11 hits. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Luplow down on strikes. Jose Ramirez, the batter. Ramirez has bounced into a fielder's choice, walked and reached on an error that really opened the floodgates back in that 4th inning. 2 runs scored on that play, and it enabled the Indians to continue an inning and score twice more after that and make it a huge inning, an 8-run inning, as he takes strike 1 at the knees on the outside corner. Farmer with Santana at first base delivers. Swung on, foul back and out of play by Ramirez, and quickly it's 0-2. Farmer came on last inning with nobody out. 3 runs in and the bases loaded. He allowed all those runs to score and 2 more. The 0-2. Outside 1-2 to Ramirez. Boy, what a great night for a ball game. We had 71 degrees at game time. Light breeze. A few clouds up above, but nothing major. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and there's a drive to right center field. Hit a ton, headed to the gap, way back there, and it one-hops the wall. Rounding third, heading for home is Santana. On his way to third is Ramirez. He's in with the Indians' second triple on the night. Ramirez drives in another run, and the Indians now lead it 11-3. Jose Ramirez with his second RBI on the night, now with 23 on the season. And there, right there, is what the Indians are looking for. Just a solid triple up the alley in right center field for Jose Ramirez. His first triple on the season. And now Jason Kipnis steps in. The pitch to Kipnis. Fastball strike on the outside corner. So a little bit of everything tonight from Jose Ramirez and his box score line. And you look for some positives with him to get it going. The 0-1, down low, 1-1. Certainly a productive night for him here tonight. 1-1 the count on Kipnis. First time back in the lineup since Sunday when he left the game against the Yankees midway through with a hip issue. 2 off days this week, and he missed the series against the Reds. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count on Kipnis. Chased the high fastball that time, didn't get it. Ramirez at third with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Way outside and high for ball 2. 2-2 the count on Jason Kipnis. 1 run is in here in the 5th. Tribe leading it 11-3. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul. Out of play over on the left side. We'll do it again on 2-2. From Jason Kipnis. Daniel Stumpf is loosening up out in that Tiger bullpen. Boy, they'll go through it tonight. They might need to make a move prior to tomorrow. The 2-2 swung on, fouled back, and out of play again. And we'll do it again on 2-2. Reason being, we're going to use a bullpen day tomorrow anyway. But they're going to use some arms here tonight. Farmer already on. He came on last inning, the 4th. The 2-2 swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again at 2-2. And this may be the last inning of work for Buck Farmer. The right-hander out of Georgia Tech takes a peek in at his catcher, John Hicks, for the sign. Now the set. And the 2-2 to Kipnis. Swung on, popped up, foul again. Third base side, that'll reach the seats. So we'll do it again on 2-2. Yeah, the Indians play these same Detroit Tigers next weekend at home. Friday night is Sugardale Dollar Dog Night. And fans receive a Progressive Field 25th anniversary freezer mug. Kipnis pops one up. Right side of the infield, the first baseman down the line. Dixon makes the catch. And the
on WTAM 1100 can now be heard on 106.9 FM.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Indians leading 11-3, and Dawel Lugo will lead things off, the number 9 hitter for the Tigers. Adam Pletko delivers, and his pitch is down low for ball 1. Lugo singled his first time up. Right-handed hitter. Pletko with the 0-1. Down low. And the count's now 1-1. That first pitch is strike to Lugo. Pletko with that good pace, good tempo. Here comes his 1-1. And that drops in there for strike 2 call. Good curveball from Pletko. was nicked for those 2 home runs back-to-back in the second inning. That allowed an unearned run in the third, and that's been it. The 1-2 up high, 2-2. And now working with a sizable lead at 11-3. He's into the line. Here's his 2-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to short. Backhand pickup Lindor. Long throw in time for the out. 1 away in the 5th. Let's pause. 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Indians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland.
And WODC HD2 Asheville.
Home of the Indians.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back at Comerica Park in Detroit. Up to the plate, the leadoff hitter, Jacoby Jones, takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Al Rosenberg, our engineer here in the booth. Brian Motze back home in Cleveland, our network coordinator. The 0-1 swung on. There's a tapper to short again. Nice high hop for Lindor this time, and he fires on to first in time to retire the speedy Jacoby Jones. 2 up, 2 down. Dominion Energy would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. It's simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. Kristen Stewart steps in. He has popped to third and driven in a run with a sac fly to right. The pitch to him. Up high, ball 1. Stewart, highly regarded outfield prospect for the Tigers. Here's Pletko's 1-0 pitch. And Stewart looks at a pitch outside for ball 2. 2 down, bases empty. 5th inning. Tribe 11, Tigers 3. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. 3-0 the count. Every organization looking for power hitting prospects, and the Tigers really think they have one in Stewart. The 3-0 delivery. There's a strike right in there. Last year, 23 home runs at Toledo. 28 home runs at Erie the year prior. 30 home runs in 2 different stops in 2016. The 3-1. Outside and high, ball 4. A walk allowed by Pletko. And that's his first on the night. Brings up Nick Castellanos. Castellanos 1 for 2 with a single back in the 3rd. Tribe leading it 11-3 here in the 5th as Castellanos steps in. Pletko at 86 pitches, and with an 8-run lead, the Indians should be able to get another inning out of Pletko if all goes well. Here's his pitch. Castellanos takes a strike on the outside corner. Pletko's season high for pitches in a major league game, 87 his last time out. Here comes his 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the slider that time. 0-2 the count. Adams saying that his slider he felt was a difference maker against the Yankees. Really felt he had some good command of it. An 0-2 pitch coming to Castellanos. Here it is. Fastball just missed down low. So it's 1-2 on Castellanos. Right-handed hitting right fielder. Pletko's ready. And the 1-2. Down low. Good stop by Perez, the Tribe catcher. 2-2 the count on Nick Castellanos. It has been a tough stretch for the Tigers, who are hovering around the 500 mark a month in. The wheels have come off. They've had some heavy injuries. and came into play tonight, 15 games under 500. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to right. Settling under it, Luplow, and he makes the catch to retire.
On Monday morning, 8:45, WTAM 1100.
Left-hander Daniel Stumpf is coming on to pitch tonight for the Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus. The Indians routing the Tigers tonight. Third Tiger pitcher to work, Ryan Carpenter, started. He went 3 innings, gave up 8 runs, 6 earned on 8 hits, walked 4, struck out 2. Buck Farmer fared no better. He went 2 innings, giving up 3 runs, 1 earned. He allowed 4 hits, struck out 2, and walked 1. 11-3 Cleveland, 6th inning. Bottom third of the order, Roberto Perez had 2 hits in the 4th, and he takes a breaking ball low. Perez, a perfect game. A double, 2 singles, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. The set in the pitch, and it's a fastball, and it's 2-0, a bit high. Stumpf is making his 28th appearance. A win, no losses, a 4.24 ERA. Now the set, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Well, when you're rebuilding like the Tigers are, you normally don't pitch well. That's just part of the process. They've had some injuries, but certainly not the injuries the Indians have had to their rotation. Now the set, now the pitch to Perez. In there, strike 2-2. Michael Fulmer had to have the Tommy John surgery, and, well, Jordan Zimmerman's hurt every year, so it's nothing new with him. He's just been a complete disappointment since the Tigers signed him. 2-2. Swung on, grounded towards the shortstop, and Goodrum has it, and Perez is retired for the first time tonight. Roberto Perez singled and doubled in the Indians' 8-run 4th inning. That's the big inning tonight. Indians had 12 men bat that, well, actually 13 men bat that inning. Perez has had the Indians' best night as far as 3 hits, along with this gentleman, Jake Bauers. Now, one of his hits was a check swing tapper, but it counts. He swings, foul, tips it, strike 1. Bauers has triple, doubled, singled, driven in 2. Rajai Davis, the last Indian to hit for the cycle up in Toronto. Now the 0-1 to Bauers, who swings, fouls it back 0-2. Certainly Bauers has a shot at a home run. Shohei Ohtani became the first Japanese player to ever come to the major leagues and hit for the cycle. Did it for the Angels. Now the set by Stumpf, the left-hander, crossfires, and the pitch down and away. You wonder why he doesn't have arm surgery. Stumpf angled on the mound with his back almost completely to the hitter, just crosses across that body with his arm action. Boy, that would seem to be an arm injury waiting to happen, but disguises the ball a little longer, hides it. That pitch up and in, did it get him? It hit something. Evidently, it hit the bat of Bauers. You could hear it back here as it went to the backstop. 2-2 the count. Tribe up 11-3. They've out-hit the Tigers 12-5. We're in the 6th. Daniel Stumpf. He sets. He lets it fly. And a breaking ball on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. So first time Bauers has been retired. 2 down, Leonis Martin blasted a 3-run homer in the 8-run 4th. That got the Indians going. The Indians had scored 2 in the 2nd. Jake Bauers had an RBI double. Then Leonis Martin unloaded a 3-run homer deep into the right center field bleachers. The pitch, up and in, spins him out of there. That inning would end up with Roberto Perez having a 2-run double, Jake Bauers an RBI triple. Jose Ramirez got the Indians' second triple tonight, knocking in a run in the 5th. The pitch, swing and a bouncer, foul, first base side, 1-1. The Indians came in here with 4 triples. Tigers have 17. But boy, you can hit triples in this park, and the Indians have hit 2 tonight. Meanwhile, Adam Pletko gave up 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, but is working with an 11-3 lead, and that's your Northern Ohio Ford Dealers game summary. The pitch swung on, foul tip, 1-2. Ford is still America's best-selling brand. 11-3 Indians. Almost a full moon looking down on Comerica Park. Wondering when the fireworks are going to start. 6:10 start time tomorrow. The 1-2. Check swing, strike 3 called. A fastball got Martin looking. It's the middle of the 6th, 11-3. The Indians mauling homers in the 2nd. Cabrera went to right center. Dixon followed to left. That's been pretty much it. Pletko's been in command. Cabrera looks and takes a pitch on the outside corner. Cabrera with his 4th home run of the year. Adam Pletko looking for win number 3. He delivers, and it's in the dirt. And the Indians' pitching depth in the organization has certainly been evident this year. When you lose what the Indians have lost, 60% of their original rotation, the 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Corey Kluber, Mike Clevenger, Carlos Carrasco. Then you lose a replacement like Jeffrey Rodriguez. Now the wind and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back, still 1-2. I know it's been a while, but Danny Salazar, seems like he's been hurt forever, but you've overcome that. Salazar pitching a simulated game tomorrow in Goodyear. The 1-2. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. Cabrera out looking, 6 strikeouts for Pletko. We're seeing what the Tigers are going through. Tonight's starter, Ryan Carpenter, is the Tigers' number 4 starter in the rotation. And he gave up 8 runs tonight in 3 innings and came in with an ERA of almost 8. Adam Pletko is up from Columbus and has a chance to win back-to-back games. First pitch in there, a strike. He was outstanding Saturday, holding the Yankees to 2 runs in 6 innings. It's a credit to the Indians' farm system, development people, scouts, whatnot. That pitch down and away, 2-1. You have got to have pitching depth both on the AAA and Major League level. Without it, the Indians could very easily have one of the worst records in baseball. But they've kept their head above water because of their pitching depth. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. You'd be hard-pressed to find another ball club in baseball that would lose the likes of Corey Kluber, Carlos Carrasco, Mike Clevenger, those 3 alone, and be sitting here today above 500. Now the wind, now the 1-2 pitch. And it's a little wide, 2-2. Lyft has thousands of friendly, qualified drivers. They know the city. They'll get you to and from the game worry-free. It's Lyft. They're waiting to take you there. Pletko into the wind and the pitch. Low and away, full count. Adam now to 101 pitches, but he's going to give the Indians another 6-inning effort. Indians 11, Tigers 3. One of the runs off Adam, unearned. Now the wind. Now the pitch. Swung on, socked high in the air. First baseman Carlos Santana into foul territory. What a job tonight by Adam Pletko. 102 pitches through 6 innings. He's only given up 2 earned runs. Cleveland 11, Detroit 3. As here with 2 down, the batter is going to be Niko Goodrum. What a job he is doing. So Dixon out number 2 on the foul out, and Goodrum 1 for 3 with a single, bats left-handed. And the first pitch to him misses, ball 1. Tigers down 8, and Goodrum takes. It's up high, and the count 2-0. Pletko into the motion, and the next offering is a little bit high, ball 3, 3-0. Hard to believe, but these Tigers this year, the pitch in there, 3-1. They got off to a great start. They were 7-3 after 10 games. Now the next delivery, swung on, line drive, right center, moving over, reaching down and picking it off his shoe tops is Luplow. Must have been a knuckleball that had some sink to it. So Pletko, for the second start in a row, is left-hander Blaine Hardy comes on. Ron Gardenhire, like Terry Francona, kind of a luxury. They both have a 9-man bullpen. That is unheard of before September 1st. So we'll see a lot of those guys. Here's Blaine Hardy, 11-3 Indians, 7th inning. Frankie Lindor is batting for the 5th time, and we're in the 7th inning. Lindor 1 for 4, a single. He'll swing it right-handed. Hardy delivering, and Frankie Lindor swinging and hitting it a ton. Deep left center field. Back near the wall as Stewart gives way to Jones, the center fielder, right in front of the wall in left center. Takes one that almost got out of here for Frankie Lindor. So that is out number 1. That'll bring up Oscar Mercado. A double and a bunt single, 2 for 4. Blaine Hardy this year has made 19 appearances. He's 1-0, ERA 5.11. Hardy fastball, curve, slider, change. Tigers have used 3 lefties tonight. Daniel Stumpf went a scoreless 6th inning. Hardy pumps one in there, strike to Mercado. And the Indians haven't had many of these. Just blasting an opponent, leading tonight 11-3 with an 8-run 4th. Hardy's ready. Hardy's pitch. And he bounced it in there. And, I mean, he bounced it about 5 feet in front of the plate. 1-1 to count. Tigers last night played Kansas City. That's no big deal. But they played them in Nebraska. They played them. Here's the pitch. A swing and a ground ball. Weakly hit to the second baseman. Castro throws. Almost didn't get him. Well, I tell you what, Castro's about as nonchalant as you'll see at second base. And he almost didn't get Mercado, who hustled down the line. Detroit and Kansas City played last night in downtown Omaha at Ameritrade Park. That's where the College World Series is held. Michigan's going to be playing in it here this weekend. The pitch. Santana takes outside a ball. Omaha is where the Royals AAA club is, but they didn't play in the AAA park. They played in the college ballpark. Here's the set, the 1-0. Swung on, ripped to left. That's a base hit for Santana. And Santana is 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a walk. Now, it didn't change anything travel-wise, whether you're coming from Kansas City or Omaha. You're going to have a short night. Tigers landed about 3:30 this morning, but they played in an incredibly beautiful ballpark that primarily was built for one thing only, the College World Series. Here's Jordan Luplow, 3 strikeouts and a walk, sends a routine fly to center, caught by Jacoby Jones, and it's stretch time as, again, Adam Plutko. Can you imagine what Detroit would do to have somebody like an Adam Plutko to plug in every 5 days? And once again, he just goes out there, has a little bit of a hiccup in the second, and is dominant the rest of the game. Adam Plutko will win his third game. The Indians are up 11-3 here in the seventh. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, but only 2 were earned. He only allowed 5 hits. He struck out 6. He walked a batter. Tyler Clippard delivering, and it's low ball 1 to Harold Castro. Plutko gave up the back-to-back homers in the second to Cabrera and Dixon. Otherwise, dominant. The other run off of him, unearned. Now Castro, who has struck out, lined out, left-handed batter, soft fly ball to the left side, foul out of play. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Boston is humbling Baltimore tonight. 13-1, 6th inning at Camden. Former Tiger J.D. Martinez has hit 2 homers. The pitch outside, a ball 2-1. 6 home runs in that game for Boston. Still, though, Boston's a .500 ball club. Angels blanking Tampa Bay 4-0, 6th inning. Tampa's lost 3 in a row. Now the wind and 2-1, and it's foul tipped, and the count 2-2. White Sox taking it to the Yankees again, 5-1 in the 5th. Yankees didn't play well in Cleveland, and they're still scuffling. They've lost 7 out of 10. Yankees starting the night, half-game lead over Tampa. Kansas City, Minnesota, no score. They've played 5 innings in Minneapolis. Clippard rocks and fires, and the pitch tapped foul again and back of the plate. Castro still alive at 2-2. Houston mauling Toronto 8-0 in the 4th. Alex Bregman's hit his 19th. Houston leads Texas by 9.5 games. Meanwhile, Texas smoking Cincinnati 7-0 in the 7th. The pitch, and it's a little bit low, full count. Over in the National League, it took 10 innings, and St. Louis beat the New York Mets by a final score of 5-4. They got 2 in the 9th to tie it, 1 in the 10th. The pitch. A swing and a chopper by the mound behind second. Lindor has it. The Indian shortstop throws out Castro. 1 down. In game 2, they're in the 8th inning. The Mets lead St. Louis 5-4. 8th inning in D.C., Washington pummeling Arizona 7-2. Here's the right-handed hitting John Hicks 0 for 2. Clippard into the motion and the pitch. Checked on a pitch low ball 1. Pittsburgh's lost 7 in a row, but they're beating up Miami 8-0 in the 8th inning. Atlanta has won 7 in a row, but they're losing to Philly 7-3 in the 7th. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. That's a big series. Atlanta leads Philly by a game and a half. San Diego a 1-0 lead, 3rd inning in Colorado. And here the Indians burying the Tigers 11-3 in the 7th inning. Clippard's pitch is swung on, driven toward right center, not deep, and it's going to get down before anybody can get there. So much room in these gaps. So Hicks with a single to right center. That's the Ram Truck out-of-town scoreboard. From towing to hauling, work or play, Ram will power you through it. See a Ram dealer or log on to ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. Here is Dalwell Lugo, 1 for 2 with a single. Right-handed hitting third baseman and the number 9 hitter. Indians leading the Tigers 11-3, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th at Comerica. Clippard's ready in the pitch, and it's swung on, socked high and deep to center. Racing back is Martin. He still hasn't even reached the track. and he makes the catch. And that is out number 2. It is 420 to dead center. Not sure why Hicks didn't tag up. Had he tagged up, he would have easily gotten to second, but I guess when you're down 11-3, you don't really care. Here's Jacoby Jones, top of the order, 0 for 3. Right-hander against right-hander. Hicks at first with 2 down. 11-3 Indians. Clippard is ready, and the pitch. And it's a fastball strike at the knees. Shane Bieber will try to bounce back tomorrow. It's a 6:10 first pitch in the Motor City. Trevor Bauer for the Indians on Sunday afternoon at 1:10. Now the 0-1 delivery. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, go to MyPillow.com and click the radio listener special tab. If you use the promo code TRIBE, you'll get a special offer. MyPillow.com, promo code TRIBE, or call 800-867-0046. Now the 1-1 delivery. And it's swung on, bounced toward third, but it kicks foul. 1-2 the count. Jacoby Jones hitting .410 over the last 18 games. He's been on base in all 18 of those games with a hit or a walk. But he's 0 for 3 tonight, so that stretch is in jeopardy. This is probably his final at bat, you would think. Here's the set in the pitch, and it's low, 2-2. Tigers would have to do some hitting in the 8th and 9th innings for Jones to get another crack at it. Now the pitch. Woof. Maybe high, maybe outside. Full count. The payoff delivery with 2 down. Hicks is off, and the pitch is fouled into the seats first base side. We'll do it again at 3-2. Clippard is ready. Here comes the payoff delivery. Swung on, fisted foul into the first base seats. We'll try again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. The next offering, swing and a miss. Inning is over. Second inning of work for Blaine Hardy. And the left-hander delivers to Jose Ramirez. And the switch hitter batting right-handed takes a strike. That next offering to Ramirez, and a misses, 1-1. Ramirez has a triple tonight. He is 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ripped foul outside of third, a ball and 2 strikes. The Indians with an 8-run fourth. They've had a couple of triples tonight, a 3-run homer from Leonis Martin. Now the pitch. A swing, a little pop-up. First base side, the pitcher Hardy calling for it, and he collides with Dixon. Ball ball is jarred loose. And it is ruled what? A foul ball. Hardy, the pitcher, midway between home and first, made the call, and Dixon rammed into him and jarred the ball loose, and it fell on the ground, and it's ruled a foul ball. Should have been an out. They're charging the first baseman with an error. He never got a glove on it. He just lowered his shoulder and smoked his pitcher. The next pitch swung on, grounded to short. Grabbed on the run. Goodrum's throw to first, not in time. That'll be a base hit. So Ramirez reaches on a base hit and an error in the same at bat. That is bizarre. So the Indians have a runner on, and Ramirez takes advantage of a second opportunity to get a second hit. Here's Jason Kipnis 0 for 3 with a walk, left on left, the pitch, and it's high, ball one. Now the 1-0, up high, ball two, 2-0. 11-3, the Indians lead the Tigers here in the eighth. They've got a runner on, nobody out. The next delivery, and it's outside, ball three, 3-0. To get your best deal on any new or used car, go to Sunnyside Honda, I-71 and Pearl Road in Middleburg Heights. Check out all their inventory and their current specials online at sunnysidehonda.com. Pitch is in there for a strike, 3-1 the count. Hardy is ready, and the pitch is swung on, skied in the air, fairly deep right center, but playable. The right fielder Castellanos will put it away. And Kipnis is out, number one. Here's Roberto Perez, 3 for 4, a double, 2 singles, 3 runs scored, and an RBI. All of Perez's hits have been to right field tonight, and that's why he's having a career year. The pitch, and it's on the outside corner, a strike. He continues to take the other ball the other way. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup away. 0-2. The next offering, missed away with another changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 11 runs, 14 hits for the Indians. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Tigers. It's the 8th inning. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got Perez. So Hardy gets his first strikeout. 2 down. And Jake Bauers needs a home run to hit for the cycle. He's doubled, singled, tripled, and struck out. First pitch, he swings, hammers one, deep right field, gone, and the cycle for Jake Bauers. He's the first for the Indians in 3 years to hit for the cycle. No doubt about it, bomb to right. Rajay Davis, the last Indian to homer, triple, double, and single. And now Jake Bauers caps off his historic night as he has homered, tripled, doubled, singled, struck out, and driven in 4 And it's 13-3 Indians, as the Indians have done it all here tonight. Now taking a called strike is Leonis Martin. Left on left, Martin, a 3-run homer to right center, as he is 1 for 3. Boy, you talk about a guy for a month. Jake Bauers had hit 155 over the last 28 games before tonight. Go figure, huh? Now the pitch, check swing. Did he go around? No on the appeal at third. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs, base is empty, and the Indians up 13-3 here in the 8th inning, as they have just taken apart Detroit's pitching. The pitch, and it's down and in. Ball 2, 2-1. Indians have homered twice tonight. They have tripled twice tonight. Now the 2-1. Swung on, popped him up, foul, down the right side, near the lower deck. Isn't in the seats. The right fielder, Castellanos, leans over and makes the catch. So the right fielder, Castellanos.
0.9 FM.
Right-hander Nick Goody is on to work for the Indians, and Mike Freeman is on to play second base, as the Indians have had one of those nights that have been hard to come by. We've seen a lot of them in the past, but not in 2019. 13-3 Cleveland, as Nick Goody, fastball slider, takes over in the bottom of the 8th. The number 2 hitter is Kristen Stewart, officially 0 for 1 as he takes a strike. Tyler Clippard worked a scoreless inning, gave up a base hit, had a strikeout. Adam Pletko went the first 6, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned, as he was outstanding again. Stewart, the left-handed hitter, drives one to deep right, but foul, and the count 0-2. 22,362 looking on. They've seen Jake Bauers make history, hitting for the cycle. Now the pitch, up high, ball 1, 1-2. Goody sets and lets it fly, and it's up high, and the count 2-2. For Nick Goody, this is his 4th appearance, no decisions, a 3.86 ERA. The next offering, and Stewart takes another high fastball, full count. Indians place 3 on the right side of the infield. The set, the pitch, down and in. He walked him. So Stewart's on with a walk to start the bottom of the 8th with the Indians up 10. And Nick Castellanos, the batter, 1 for 3 with a single. Ronnie Rodriguez is going to bat for Miguel Cabrera as he goes to the on-deck circle. Another former Indian farmhand. Goody is ready, and the pitch is swung on and foul-tipped, strike 1. Yeah, the Tigers have really started to go the other way in a big way. Now the 0-1 swung on, hit foul down the right side, lower deck 0-2. The Tigers, partway through May, were 16-17. Nothing great, but when you're rebuilding and you're hanging around 500, not bad. Since that time, the Tigers have won 9 games. The 0-2, low and away 1-2, and the Tigers will lose tonight. So since the Tigers were 16-17, they've had a record of 9-24. They just don't have enough talent, which is the norm when you're in a full rebuild like they are. So you're going to have nights like tonight where you just get pummeled. The pitch, check swing, did he go? Yep. Castellanos strikes out on a pitch in the dirt. First strikeout for Goody. 1 down in the 8th. Ronnie Rodriguez now to bat for Miguel Cabrera. Ronnie Rodriguez, .221 batting average, 6 homers, 22 RBIs. 13-3 Indians. Tigers trying to do something here to make it a little more respectable here in the 8th inning.
Well, this has to be one of the more challenging managerial jobs for Ron Gardenhire right now, keeping it positive.
The pitch is waved at, strike 1. Now the 0-1. Fastball up, 1-1.
He had some good clubs in Minnesota, some rebuilding clubs there too, and obviously a big rebuild here. But right now, you look on this roster right now, and veteran-wise, who would be here to keep it going in a good direction and try and get them playing better baseball than they are right now.
Pitch is swung on and missed, 1-2. Going to be a long bunch of summers coming up here for Detroit. The pitch whacked foul down the right side. But when you have a 10 to 12 year run like they did, it eventually is cyclical unless you can keep buying your way out of mediocrity. But with the Ilitch children now running the club rather than their late father, they're starting to worry about a budget in the bottom line, like most good businesses. That pitch swung on, fouled at the plate, 1-2 the count. There will be no more Miguel Cabrera contracts handed out, that's for sure. Leo Cabrera, the next 4 years, $120 million. So they're going to have to eat that or just play him as is. The pitch, swing and a miss. Rodriguez strikes out. Problem is, they don't have anybody else better. 2 down.
And you had mentioned it when the Indians played the Twins, Tom, about how they got relief when Mauer retired. And, boy, Tigers are a long way from that with Cabrera to get any type of salary relief off of his contract.
Brandon Dixon's 1 for 3, a solo homer, his 7th. Tigers tied this game at 2 in the second inning. They've been outscored 11-1 since. First pitch low, ball 1. (13-3) Indians on top of the Tigers here in the 8th. Goody is ready, and the pitch over but low, ball 2, 2-0. They don't have any impact position players either that are near Major League ready. They've got some young arms coming, but Dave Dombrowski did not leave this farm system in very good shape. Now the 2-0 pitch And Dixon swings and pops it up. Playable. Foul ball near the Indians' dugout. It may get into that dugout. Santana leans over the railing, snags it. So Dixon's
WTAM 1100, Cleveland,
And WODC HD2 Asheville.
home of the Indians.
all Cleveland tonight. They're blowing away the Tigers 13-3, and Carlos Torres went to spring training with the Indians a year ago, but was released that final week in March. Torres will work the ninth, top of the order, and Frankie Lindor batting left-handed. Looks at a pitch low and in, ball one. With the Tigers, Torres has made 2 appearances and given up 5 runs in 4 innings. Torres delivering, and the pitch banged up the middle, base hit right center. Frankie Lindor has a 2-hit game, and the Indians just keep racking them up. So the Indians with 16 hits in the game. That'll bring up Oscar Mercado. He's doubled and bunt single. So Frankie Lindor tonight is 2 for 6. Oscar Mercado 2 for 5. Then Carlos Santana next is 2 for 4. Jordan Luplow in the cleanup spot 0 for 4. Then Jose Ramirez having a good night, as he has a triple and a single and an RBI. Pitch swung on a missed. Picked up another RBI on an error. So officially, Ramirez tonight 2 for 4, triple and a couple of ribbies. Torres' pitch, and Mercado sends a little blooper into right field, but there to make the catch shoulder high is Castellanos. Mercado out number 1. Roberto Perez has a double of 2 singles, so he's 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Jake Bauers then in the number 8 spot in the lineup, hitting for the cycle. Homer, triple, double, single. 4 for 5, 4 RBIs. The number 9 hitter, Leonis Martin, with a 3-run homer. So the bottom third of the Indians' order tonight, Perez, Bauers, and Martin, has knocked in 9 runs. Pitch outside to Santana, and that trio has 8 hits. 1 out, 1 on, 9th inning, 13-3 Cleveland. Carlos Santana, the batter, 2 for 4. He swings and drills it to the second baseman, caught by Castro, 2 down. That'll bring up Jordan Luplow, 3 strikeouts, a flyout, and a walk. Indians 13 and the Tigers 3. 9th inning, 2 out, runner on for Luplow. Now the set, the pitch in there. Lindor not held at first, but he's not taking off with a 10-run lead. If he does, he'll get drilled tomorrow first at bat. The pitch, check swing, and the fastball was up, 1-1 the count. The next pitch swung on a little cue shot over the second baseman's head into right center. A flare single for Luplow, so now he gets into the act with a base hit. 17 for the Indians. Here's Jose Ramirez, has a triple tonight as he has gone 2 for 4. Lindor stops at second, Luplow at first. 13-3 Cleveland. The Indians tonight, they've had 2 home runs. They've had 2 triples. They've had 3 doubles. Here's the set and pitch to Ramirez. Fastball strike. Ten-run Indians lead, 2 out, 2 on, 9th inning. The next pitch swung on, grounded to the second baseman. Castro will throw Ramirez out, and the Indians are done swinging for tonight. Boy, when your number 5 hitter in the lineup has... Indians turn it over to Josh Smith. Last shot here for the Detroit Tigers, with the Indians in control of this one, 13-3. And for the Tigers, they'll face the left-hander, sinker, four-seamer, slider. Smith is ready, and his first pitch is in there, a strike. Nico Goodrum turns around and bats right-handed for the first time. The pitch, and it's in there, another called strike, 0-2. Goodrum tonight 1 for 3 with a single. Nick Goody, a scoreless inning, struck out 2, walked a batter. The pitch, swung on, drilled deep right center field. This is in the gap, and this ball is going to short hop the wall, kick towards center, making the turn at second, and walking into third is Goodrum. Boy, when that ball hit near the wall, the base of it in right center, it ricocheted towards center, and Goodrum can fly. And that's why this park has so many triples. The Indians have hit 2 tonight. Now Nico Goodrum hits his 3rd. Massive room in that outfield because it's 420 to dead center, but it's also 345 down the left field line. Tigers have just their 7th hit. Infield back as Castro grounds one up the middle between the legs of Smith. Near second, grabbed by Lindor, off balance flip, and he got him. Scoring is Goodrum, but a heck of a play on a ball hit right back up the middle between the legs of the pitcher, Smith. And the Indians shortstop, as always, seems to rescue a pitcher. 1 down, give Castro an RBI. That's his 3rd. And the Indians now lead 13-4, bases empty, 1 down. John Hicks takes up and away, ball 1. The next offering, and that misses, ball 2, 2-0. That pitch in there, 2-1. Smith working quickly, the slider near the back foot of the hitter, and that makes it a 3-1 count. Well, you don't intend to get anybody else up this inning, not with a 10-run lead when it started. Smith is firing a strike, and it's a full count. So it's up to Josh Smith to end this right now, not start putting people on with walks. He's ready. He delivers, and it's fouled straight back, and the count stays 3-2. (13-4) Tribe in the 9th. The pitch. Backdoored him and missed with a 3-2 breaking ball with a 13-4 lead. That will not make your manager or pitching coach very happy. Hicks is aboard with a walk. Here's Dawel Lugo, 1 for 3, a single. KeyBank, it's the banking home of the Indians. Cover your financial bases with KeyBank. And the keys to the game tonight, well, Adam Pletko again doing a nice job giving the Indians 6 strong innings. And then the Indians, what a night offensively, as Lugo fouls it straight back. Jake Bauers hit for the cycle, first Indian to do that in 3 years. Knocked in 4. Leonis Martin, a big 3-run homer. Shoot, you score 13 and bang out 17 hits. Pretty much everybody had a part of it. Runner goes on indifference. Pitch taken as a strike. And the count 0-2. Runner at second base, 1 down. Indians up by 9. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right. We'll do it again at 0-2. Josh Smith working in a hurry. The left-hander checks second, lets it fly. And Lugo swings and fouls it off the screen in front of the Tigers' third base dugout. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Now the set and the 2-strike pitch. Swung on, grounded foul, third base side, still a 0-2 count. Minnesota actually hasn't scored a run tonight, much less hit a home run. They had Kansas City scoreless in the 8th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Smith strikes out Lugo for the second out. So we go back to the top of the order, and Jacoby Jones, by golly, he did get one more chance. He's 0 for 4, last shot to make it 19 straight games of reaching base with a hit or walk, the pitch, and a backdoor sliders in there for a strike. Seems like Minnesota hits 3 home runs every night. Tonight, the Twins have just 3 hits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good slider, 0-2. Good matchup between Brad Keller and Kyle Gibson. Twins and Royals scoreless in the 8th. The Indians 1 out away from their 35th win. 13-4 Cleveland. The pitch. Swung on, rolled on the right side. Freeman to his left has it. Second baseman throws over. Ball game. So the Indians start the 7-game road trip with a resounding thumping of the Detroit Tigers as the Indians roll over the Tigers 13-4.